Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. All right, happy Monday. What's going on, guys? Happy post-Christmas, whatever we're going to call it. I'll just call it Happy Monday because there's no reason to hate Mondays because, well, that means Troubled Minds is back. And we are back, and I hope everybody's feeling well. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, happy holidays, the whole deal, a nice weekend, and let's do the thing. And what is the thing, you may wonder? Well, if you're new, no need to wonder, because I'll explain. This is called Troubled Minds News, and we do this because of the propaganda news cycles and all the rest of the stuff that's out there that's trying to make us believe a bunch of stuff that is not true. And, of course, there are particular things we can't talk about, so we don't, because they're highly contested in a hotly political realm, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink. It's sort of the elephant in the room, right? And if there are certain things that you can or cannot criticize, then, well, you know what's really going on, don't you? Don't you? And so that's what's happening with this. And all the news cycles, all the BS, Fox News, CNN, all these jerks out there that are just misrepresenting everything, basically to start culture wars. Basically to start division, rhetoric type stuff that just wants you to make you hate your neighbor, wants you to make you hate rich people, wants you to make you hate poor people, make you hate everybody based on the color of their skin. Like, we're told equality and all this other stuff, but then they're like, oh, hate this person, hate that person, hate Elon Musk because he's rich, hate those people because they're poor, hate these people because they're black, hate those people because they're white, hate the people all the time. And that's not what this is about. It's the opposite. It's like, come on, hey, why do we got to hate the people? Sorry, let's go back to USA for Africa in the 80s. We are the people. So why are we going to hate the people? It makes no damn sense. Anyway, that's what this is about, is that we live in this upside down world. This is a news show where we just kind of do quick hit news stories and just kind of look at the news as it should be through my eyes. Again, I'm only one person and I can only do so much by myself, but it becomes a thing when we get together and we talk about this stuff and we know what's really happening in the world around us instead of propaganda BS. So that's what this is. That's what's going on with this. That's the deal. I'm Michael Strange, and this is Troubled Minds News, and I'm me and you're you, but together we're us. All right. So what we're going to do then is, like we always do, we've got a live phone line and also an open Discord. If you want to be part of the show, you can give us a call at 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubledminds.org, and we'll put you on the show. Just jump in the caller queue. I'm watching the Discord, watching the chat on Twitch. What's up, guys? I see you out there. Hope everybody's doing well. And happy Monday. Happy Monday. But let's get to it, shall we? Shall we get to the news? All right. Why not? I say why not. Let's start here. All right, let's begin with Science Alert. You guys know me. I like to cite my sources here as part of the transparency process, and there you go. It is linked in the chat, and of course, this will be linked to the podcast as well. Regarding the podcast, by the way, it's been kind of hit and miss on the uploads because we have a problem with the Spreaker website, which is where the podcast host is happening. I don't know. It has like this bizarre redirect thing going on their website, and they're saying they tested it site-wide, and it's only me for some reason. So I've wiped all of the browser cookies and all the rest of the stuff like they suggested, and it's still happening. And it's a internal link data collection. Anyway, whatever. So it's been sporadic because I can't even upload things without it bouncing me out of the damn website. It's ridiculous. So just a note that if you're wondering what the hell's happening with the uploads and I haven't been as consistent, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Anyway, there you go. Just in case anybody was wondering what's happening, that's what's happening. But okay, let's do this, shall we? Let's go to Science Alert. This is it. They're on to you. They're on to you. Scientists have identified the driving force behind your darkest impulses. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. There you go. Psychologists call it the dark triad, an intersection of three of the most malevolent tendencies of human nature. Psychopathy, what do you say it? I guess we could check with Microsoft Mike. Narcissism and Machiavellianism. Oh, psychopathy. I'm not sure how to say that exactly. I've heard it both ways, and they both sound wrong to me. So let's find out what Microsoft Mike has to say, just as we begin, because I like to learn something new every day. Let's see.
Psychologists call it the dark triad, an intersection of three of the most malevolent tendencies of human nature: psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism.
Psychopathy. All right. But the truth goes deeper and darker. There's also egoism, sadism, spitefulness, and more. And behind this rogues gallery of all our worst inclinations on the surface, a central common core of human darkness lies, according to new research. This is very well written for a Science Alert article. In a 2018 study, psychologists from Germany and Denmark mapped this driving force behind all our darkest impulses and gave it a name. Meet D, the newly identified dark factor of personality. Oh, yeah, that sounds dirty. Meet D. Yeah, right? Yeah, and the inside joke is what? I got your D right here. Yeah, anyway. Like I said, everything can be boiled down to a dick or a fart joke. Anyway, let's see. We got, meet D. Yeah, D. Okay, the theoretical framework of the D factor has its underpinnings in what's known as the G factor. Insert other joke here. A construct proposed by English psychologist Charles Spearman over a century ago when he observed that individuals who performed well on one kind of cognitive test were more likely to score well on other kinds of intelligence tests too. What's going on, guys? In other words, a general intelligence factor could be measured, but it turns out that's not all scientists are able to detect. Quote, in the same way, the dark aspects of human personality also have a common denominator, which means that similar to intelligence, one can say that they are all an expression of the same dispositional tendency, explains psychologist Ingo Zettler from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark back in September of 2018. And in a series of 4 separate papers involving over 2,500 participants, how many psychopaths in that group, Zettler and fellow researchers surveyed participants with questions designed to measure their levels of 9 distinct dark personality traits. Here we go. Nice. This is the list. Did we make the list, guys? Did we make the list? I'm only joking, by the way, but here we go. Egoism, Machiavellianism, moral disengagement, narcissism, psychological entitlement, psychopathy, I think psychopathy is what Microsoft Mike said, sadism, self-interest, and spitefulness. Weird. So are you telling me self-interest made this list? That's weird. Would you think or would you not think that maybe self-interest would be interesting? It is on the list. Check it out. Yeah, there you go. Self-interest makes you a psychopath, I guess. All right, anyway, to do so, participants were asked to disagree with a range of variable dark statements such as, I know that I am special because everyone keeps telling me so. Wow. what kind of life do they live in? Who the hell's telling you you're special all the time? What, those dirty bastards? How dare they? To another one here. I'll say anything to get what I want. Okay, that's a little darker. Another one is, it is hard to get ahead without cutting corners here and there. And another one, hurting people would be exciting. All right, now we're getting super dark. Let's see. With all the responses in hand, the researchers ran a statistical analysis with the results suggesting that while these dark traits are all distinct, they all overlap to some extent, owning the central core darkness factor D, which reveals itself in different ways in different people. Quote, in a given person, the D factor can mostly manifest itself as narcissism, psychopathy, or one of the other dark traits, or a combination of these, Zettler said. But with our mapping of the common denominator of the various dark personality traits, one can simply ascertain that the person has a high D factor. This is because the D factor indicates how likely a person is to engage in behavior associated with one or more of these dark traits. It's pretty provocative stuff, but you don't just have to take the researcher's word for it. You can take the D test yourself. Yes, there it is. Take the D test yourself. Here it is. The team set up an online portal where you can measure your own D score via a questionnaire. And since my browser's acting stupid, I'm not going to click it, but you guys have the link to the article, and you can scroll down and find the D score test yourself and find out how big of a D you actually are. You want to be part of the show? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. And click the Discord link at troubledminds.org. Put you on the show. And there it is. What's up, Joe Camel says, pretty sure I'm one of these. Dark impulse, not a penis. All right. Not insert penis joke here. Let's move on, shall we? Let's go to this. RT, Russia Today, true propaganda at its finest. Check this out. It's nice to have China crapping on. Wait, what? Seriously? Download Chrome? No, thanks. Anyway, researchers. This is Russia crapping on China. Here it is. Researchers develop AI that can prosecute criminals. How could this go wrong? We'll file this one under how could this go wrong. The machine was trained. Okay, scientists in China have reportedly built a machine prosecutor that uses artificial intelligence to press charges. The system can file a charge with 97% accuracy when given a verbal account of events, researchers claim. The machine was trained using information compiled from more than 17,000 cases from 2015 to 2020 and can correctly file charges for Shanghai's 8 most common crimes. Now, check out these common crimes. This is amazing, including credit card fraud, theft, and here's one. This is a crime: picking quarrels and provoking trouble. Yeah. According to research published this month in the domestic peer-reviewed journal Management Review. I'm going to say that one more time. There is actually a law in China, according to this article anyway, where you cannot picking quarrels and provoking trouble. Doesn't that seem very non-specific, let's say? Funny, not funny. Anyway, the AI prosecutor was developed and tested by the Shanghai Pudong People's Procuratorate. Oh, God. Big words. Procuratorate. Do we need Microsoft Mic again? I think we may. China's biggest and busiest district prosecution office. Procuratorate. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Let's see what Microsoft Mic has to say about this.
The AI prosecutor was developed and tested by the Shanghai Pudong People's Procuratorate.
Yeah, Procuratorate. Now you see why. Now you see why. You see why I dicked that up. Why I got the D that time. Because of the Procuratorate. Yeah, that sounds like a word. China's biggest and busiest district prosecution office, the South China Morning Post reported. The paper noted that the system could even run on a desktop computer. It works by identifying and pressing charges against a suspect based on 1,000 traits obtained from the case description text that is fed to the machine. Much of this text is apparently either too small or too abstract to make sense to people. According to the project's lead scientist, Shi Yong, the system can potentially shoulder the prosecutor's daily workload and free them up to focus on more demanding tasks. Interesting. I wonder what a prosecutor's doing if they're not prosecuting people. That's weird. Weird. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's other things. They have to eat and go to the bathroom, I'm sure. But, a prosecutor prosecutes people. Anyway, and chooses who should be prosecuted, etc. So on. Anyway, Shi and his team at the Chinese Academy of Sciences Big Data and Knowledge Management Laboratory noted that the tech would soon get upgrades to become powerful enough to recognize less common crimes and file multiple charges against a suspect. Damn. All right, this is hot. This is good. This is the future. This is the future, guys. This is going to be your our robot overlords are going to be also not just stealing all the jobs, of course, and making it the UBI and everybody's going to be finger painting. Instead, well, you're also going to be prosecuted by an AI that's could be run on anybody's desktop computer. How could this go wrong, right? This should be fine. This should be fine. There's no problem here. Anyway. 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Where are we at time-wise? Perfect. Let's get a quick word from our sponsor, which is you, and then we'll keep on trucking with some more news.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
Okay. All right. Yes. Now we're talking. All right, let's do it. Let's continue. More Troubled Minds news. Here we go. Let's go to Tech Dirt. And this is interesting. What's up, Matt? It says Robo Lawyer. Exactly. Robo Prosecutor. Even worse. Imagine when they give you a Robo Lawyer that's in cahoots with the Robo Prosecutor. Then we're all screwed. They're like, well, no. It says in the Constitution that you get, a jury trial, and you have a right to a defense, right? If you can't afford one, one will be appointed to you. It's in the thing, and then they're like, here's your little USB drive. This is your lawyer. We'll meet you for sentencing tomorrow. Anyway, let's see. Tech Dirt. Google will cripple on-hub routers starting next year. Now, this is an unfortunate thing about new hardware is that they're creating, especially with Windows 11, we saw this as well, where you're not allowed to run Windows 11 without a Microsoft account, you see? So they can brick your computer because you don't want to make an actual Microsoft account. Well, the same thing's happening with these Google routers. Check this out. Quite often, products that should work for years just slowly stop being supported, leaving you with hardware that gradually becomes less and less useful. We saw this recently when Sonos initially bricked still working and expensive speakers. The phenomenon popped up again this week when Google announced that its on-hub router, launched back in 2015, will no longer be supported starting next year. The products will still technically function as a basic router, but they'll no longer see security updates, and many of the cloud-based functionality and advanced features will be stripped from the devices. To be clear, this isn't an end-of-the-world type scandal. Google's providing 40% discounts to on-hub owners off of the new Google routers, which will experience the same fate in a few years, of course. The hub also had some initial performance problems and was quickly supplanted in Google's lineup by its Google Wi-Fi, now called Nest, a year after they launched. But the downgrades are still part of an annoying shift in which companies hype all manner of cloud-based functionality at launch, then gradually strip functionality away once they no longer want to pay to support their own products. By the way, their own products which you purchased, so now they're your products. But you see, the whole trick is you will own nothing and you will be happy. All right, let's go to space.com. This is the James Webb Telescope. You guys been paying attention? They launched this MFR over the weekend, and it's in the skies, we're told. In space, this final frontier. All right, check this out. James Webb. Yep, that's right. Space telescope successfully deploys antenna. This is 7 hours ago. The antenna will eventually beam Webb's cosmic images to Earth. Here it is. NASA's new James Webb Space Telescope successfully deployed a critical antenna Sunday, December 26, just one day after its Christmas launch into space. The space telescope unfolded what scientists call a gimbaled antenna assembly that carries the high-rate data dish responsible for beaming Webb's observations off the early universe back to Earth. Webb launched into space Saturday atop an Ariane 5 rocket that lifted off from a spaceport in Kourou, French Guiana. Quote, this antenna will be used to send at least 28.6 gigabytes of science data down from the observatory twice a day, NASA officials wrote in a mission update. The team has now released and tested the motion of the antenna assembly. The entire process took about 1 hour. 28.6 gigabytes, is that like 1.21 gigawatts? I had to do it. The $10 billion Webb Space Telescope is designed to study the earliest stars in the universe and other cosmic mysteries. It is the largest and most powerful telescope ever launched into space. Saturday's antenna deployment was the latest in a month-long series of steps to prime the Space Telescope for its deep space observing mission. Webb is currently on a 20-day journey to a stable point in space called Lagrange Point 2, or L2, which is nearly 1 million miles from Earth. It is from there that the infrared space telescope will observe the universe. Pretty cool, right? In addition to the antenna deployment and testing, Webb flight controllers activated the telescope's temperature and strain gauges for the first time, according to NASA's update. Those gauges will allow flight controllers to monitor the Webb Space Telescope's temperature and structural health in the days to come. Okay, pretty neat stuff. This is one of those ones we've been anticipating for some time now, and I think that this should be good. This should be good. More info, more data, more looking at the skies is all good by me. This is the good stuff. Let's see if we get signs of alien space creatures, aliens. What do you call them? Anyway, let's see. Let me see. Is this a? Hold on. Let's see. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Did I set it up this way? No, of course I didn't. See, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. All right, anyway, we'll get to it when we get to it. All right, so anyway, James Webb in the sky. James Webb happening. We'll keep an eye on that as we go. And, of course, what's up, Gibby says, assholes couldn't even wait till after Christmas. Yep. There you go. Let's go to Tweaktown. Fractal NFT Discord hacked. Scammers make off with $149,000 worth of SOL, SOL. That's a cryptocurrency. And yep, Twitch co-founder Justin Can is launching an NFT trading marketplace called Fractal, and it's off to a rocky start. Early adopters of Fractal have been scammed out of about $150,000 worth of Solana, and it's all because of a Discord vulnerability. Over 100,000 members have joined Fractal's Discord in anticipation for the first NFT mint airdrop. Hackers gained control of Fractal's admin account and put out a fake post telling everyone the NFT drop was happening and they could mint if they linked their wallets. The fake out only lasted about 10 minutes, but that was long enough. 373 people clicked the link, and which looked authentic, but was actually Fractal with an I, or an L? Yeah, an I. Fractal with an I, not Fractal with an L. Users linked their accounts and clicked the mint button, losing a total of 800 SOL, which amounts to $149,576 US. Yep. That's for real. And keep your stuff locked down, guys. If you got money involved online, make sure you have unique passwords. Make sure do all the things, right? And even then, right? As we always say, if you can build it, you can hack it. So don't be so obtuse that you think that you're invulnerable to the online mayhem that happens on a daily basis. But this is a shame, and it is what it is, right? All right, so let's keep on trucking. There's more. There's always more. Let's go to NPR. Let's see. Virginia workers unearthed a second time capsule at the Robert E. Lee statue site. All right, now this has been in the news recently, but they've been looking for this apparent time capsule let's just read it. Virginia officials believe they found a 19th century time capsule, long rumored to be at the former site of a Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond. This time they think that it's the one they're looking for. Last week, preservation experts meticulously opened a box they believe to be a chest left in the plot in 1887, but the contents weren't what they were expecting. It now appears they may have had the wrong one, and a new find at the site could be what authorities had been seeking all along. Quote, "They found it. This is likely the time capsule everyone was looking for," Governor Ralph Northam tweeted Monday. He included 3 photos of what appeared to be a square reddish box caked in dirt. Northam said conservators were studying the chest, but that it wouldn't be opened Monday. It wouldn't be opened. Historians have been looking for a copper box with as many as 60 objects placed there by a group of residents, organizations, and businesses, including, according to an 1887 article in the Richmond Dispatch. Many of the articles placed inside were pieces of Confederate memorabilia, according to the article. The container they opened last week was made of lead and contained just a fraction of the contents that they thought they'd find, and blah, blah. Anyway, interesting that what's going on here. They've taken down the Robert E. Lee statue and busting it up. I don't know. What's going on, guys? How you doing? What's up, Robert? Resub, and appreciate that. And inside was the fruitcake Mrs. Robert E. Lee received from her grandmother, December 25th, 1862. Indeed. So yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. Let's see what's in this box. And yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it? What do you think about that controversial thing about tearing down controversial subjects from the past? In particular, of course, Robert E. Lee, the famed general of the Confederacy, who actually was clearly, before that, he was, lived in Virginia. You can go to the Robert E. Lee estate, which is where the Arlington National Cemetery is as well. Pretty good stuff. If you've ever been out to D.C. in that area, there's a lot of pretty interesting things that you can go check out. And so, anyway, this is, what do you think about it? Do you think that because Robert E. Lee was part of the Confederacy and it's linked to, the Confederacy and slavery and the whole bit, do you think that this stuff should be torn down and hidden from history? Or do you think it should be a reminder of the history so we don't repeat it? Right? Interesting food for thought. Of course, to even consider that, you've become a racist, so congratulations. You just got promoted to racist today. And of course I jest because, well, it's a morbid world we live in, that's for sure. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to the Daily Mail. Now, this is the one I was looking for earlier. This is nuts, right? This is NASA looks to the heavens for help. Agency enlists 24 theologians to assess how the world would react to the discovery of alien life on distant planets and how it might change our perception of gods and creation. Yep, you got it. NASA is looking, blah, blah, blah. The agency is hiring 24 theologians to take place in its program at the Center for Theological Inquiry at Princeton University in New Jersey, which NASA gave a $1.1 million grant in 2014. CTI is described as building bridges of understanding by convening theologians, scientists, scholars, and policymakers to think together and inform public thinking on global concerns. Yeah, that's editors out there. Robert, incorrect. Bridges of understanding. Anyway, the program aims to answer questions that have baffled us since the beginning of time, such as, what is life? What does it mean to be alive? Where do we draw the line between the human and the alien? What are the possibilities for sentient life in other places. Now that NASA has 2 rovers on Mars, several probes orbiting Jupiter and Saturn, and is set to launch the James Webb Telescope tomorrow, that study galaxy, star, and planet formation in the universe, it seems that the agency is hopeful it is on the right path to discovering life outside of Earth. Now, this is interesting in that we've got some. We think about it this way, right? We have to look inward. We have to. If this James Webb Telescope is going to find the aliens, and some have suggested that it may very well find the first actual techno-signatures of alien civilizations, then if that's the case, then it's about time we lost our religion, isn't it? And so I think this is the situation where we get these theologians to convene, and I do like the way they termed this, inform public thinking on global concerns. Inform public thinking. What does that mean? Does that mean influence the way we think about these things? So they want to get ahead of it, right? They want to get ahead of it and make sure that we all don't lose our religion and stop paying taxes and, start believing in Cthulhu or some other thing here. I don't know. But pretty wild, right? That interestingly, in possibly one of those pivotal moments in human history ever, where we have the James Webb Telescope, they say, that can possibly peer back to the very beginning of the Big Bang, as it were, wherever the beginning was. That now we are convening theologians to get together and discuss what a post-alien disclosure world may look like. Interesting, right? Very interesting. Yes, indeed. What do you think? This almost seems fodder for a Troubled Minds show. Do you think people would lose their religions? Do you think that people would stop paying their taxes and stop functioning as a proper society? And I say the word proper in quotes. If they announced tomorrow that aliens were found, the first techno-signature was already detected by the James Webb Telescope, and aliens are here, do you think people would just stop being people? Interesting. Anyway, in any case, I don't know. As you know, I don't know. I'm not the answers guy, because the answers guy is easy. You just read some bullshit propaganda and tell people what the answer is, even though those guys know very well they're leaving out critical details in the arguments, don't they? Anyway, so that's what's going on. This is Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange. Let us continue, shall we? We have from Live Science, livescience.com. Here we go. We've got this. Why do we stick our tongues out when we're concentrating? Yeah, that's an interesting question. The protruded tongue is often our proof of a child's ultimate concentration. For example, when a youngster is learning to write letters, or an infant is trying to mimic their parents. But it's not just kids. Even adults stick out or press their tongues to the roofs of their mouths during especially difficult tasks. So what is it about deep thinking that causes us to engage, clamp, and even stick out our tongues? Well, while it might seem that you're sticking out your tongue when thinking intently, it's really a product of what you're doing. Gillian Forrester, a professor of comparative cognition and deputy dean of the School of Science at Birkbeck, University of London, said, quote, "What we found is that what people mean is they stick out their tongue when they are doing something delicate that requires fine motor activation of their hands. One theory for why this happens is called motor overflow. Neuroimaging reveals that the region of the brain devoted to language is highly overlapping with neural networks devoted to dexterity and tool use, according to a 2019 study published in Frontiers in Psychology. Motor overflow suggests that neurons firing in the dexterity region are also activated, that they overflow into neighboring neural tissue, which happens to direct the mouth. Therefore, when you're deeply focused on a fine motor task, the effect spills over into the language region, causing you to engage your mouth and tongue. There we go. There it is. Don't think too hard, or else you might stick your tongue out. Or maybe you'll just stick your tongue out because you're doing a news show that's talking about propaganda. Nope, don't want notifications. All right, this is pretty hot. Let's go to one of my favorite topics ever, climate change. Yep, you got it. Here we are. This is from autoevolution.com, and yes, Alice is a dream. Climate neutral super yacht for a millionaire with excellent taste. See? You see what's happening? You see what's happening here? You see, am I the only one that was like, wait a minute? Wait a minute. So the easy argument is against Jeff Bezos, right? Or guys like this, they're like, oh, climate change. You guys stop doing what you're doing because it's ruining the earth. And then they're rolling around on private jets and huge yachts and the rest of the ship. Well, this one in particular, well, it's going to be a climate neutral super yacht, you see. Climate neutral. So for the low cost of however the hell this thing costs, you too could roll a climate neutral whatever the hell you want. However, you got to have enough cheddar to make it happen. Anyway, this is Alice, a carbon-neutral super yacht model from the prestigious shipyard Lursen. Of course, I probably pronounced that wrong, but welcome to Troubled Minds. Unveiled earlier this year at the latest edition of the Monaco Yacht Show, it aims to break the mold of yacht design by removing the main deck entirely and separating the hull from the superstructure. It also aims to lay out the path for the future of sustainable seafaring by proposing a vessel with fuel cell propulsion and all-electric gear. Alice is, in short term, a dream super yacht for tomorrow's eco-friendly multimillionaire who won't skimp on comfort and luxury. Ah, I see. The price to climate neutrality and comfort is millions and millions of dollars. You see? Weird. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. If you want to check it out, link is in the chat. Where we at time-wise? I think we're good. All right, let's continue trucking, shall we? Let's go to phys.org. What do you think about this or any of the rest? You guys know the drill. 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. And we'll put you on the show. Click the Discord link, and simple as that. All right, here we go. Check this out. This is pretty wild. Astronomers detect signature of magnetic field on an exoplanet. We got James Webb going up. We got not techno signatures, magnetic fields on exoplanets. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. Researchers have identified the first signature of a magnetic field surrounding a planet outside of our solar system. Earth's magnetic field acts as a shield against energetic particles from the sun, known as the solar wind. Magnetic fields could play similar roles on other planets. An international team of astronomers used data from the Hubble Space Telescope to discover the signature of a magnetic field in a planet outside our solar system. The finding, described in a paper in the journal Nature Astronomy, marks the first time such a feature has been seen on an exoplanet. A magnetic field best explains the observations of an extended region of charged carbon particles that surround the planet and stream away from it in a long tail. Magnetic fields play a crucial role in protecting planetary atmospheres, so the ability to detect the magnetic fields of exoplanets is a significant step toward better understanding what these alien worlds may look like. What's going on, guys? I see in the chat. How's everybody? And, well then, we've got exoplanet magnetic fields, and we've got James Webb going up, and we've got theologians collecting in a secret bunker somewhere in Europe to decide the fate of humanity if, well, that's right, aliens are discovered soon. Yes, indeed. All right. Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you scared? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. The news tells you to be scared. Don't be scared. 702-957-1037. I kind of rather want to meet the aliens. I do. Yes, indeedy, I do. All right. Let's go to Science Alert. Back to Science Alert. Here's a pretty wild one. The red sky paradox. will make you question our very place in the universe. You guys ever heard this one? Red sky paradox. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're in business. Let's see. The news, bro. I see you guys in the chat. The news, bro. All right, here we go. This is today. On the grand cosmic scale, our little corner of the universe isn't all that special. This idea lies at the heart of the Copernican principle. Yet, there's one major aspect about our planet that's peculiar indeed. Our sun is a yellow dwarf. Yep, because our home star is what we know most intimately, it could be tempting to assume that yellow and white dwarfs are common elsewhere in the cosmos. However, they're far from the most oh god, more big words. Let's go to Microsoft Mike, because why not? It's working today, and I like it. Let's teach me one more word. Of course it broke. Just when I need you the most, Microsoft Mike. Multitudinous. Anyway, you saw what that other word was earlier, and it was dicked up. It definitely brought the D, so I'm going to just keep on trucking. Not only do red dwarfs make up as much as 75% of all stars in the Milky Way, they are much cooler and longer lived than stars like the sun. Much longer lived. Now, this is pretty wild. I didn't know this. We expect our sun to live around... Yep, all right. I'm going to have to wait. We expect our sun to live around 10 billion years, while red dwarf stars are expected to live trillions. So long, in fact, that none have yet reached the end of their main sequence lifespan during the entire 13.4 billion years since the Big Bang. Since red dwarfs are so abundant and so stable, unlike Microsoft Mike, and since we shouldn't automatically consider ourselves to be cosmically special, the fact we're not orbiting a red dwarf should therefore be somewhat surprising. And yet, here we are orbiting a not-so-common yellow dwarf. Multitudinous? Is that like added to? Anyway, thank you for helping. I don't still... Even with help, I fail. So anyway, I'm not sure what's going on with this. This is pretty cool. The Red Sky Paradox. I love the name. It sounds like it should be like the new Netflix special of something like, I don't know, some deep space, Lost in Space meets, what's that other show? Anyway, you get the idea. And who knows? Multitudinous. All right. Anyway, 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Let's go to SciTech Daily, because why not? Speaking of space, I love the SciTech Daily. Let's go with astronomers spy quartet of enormous cavities from giant black holes. Yes, now we're talking. That's why I'm excited for the James Webb Space Telescope. But yeah, here we go. 4 enormous cavities or bubbles have been found at the center, let's see, of a galaxy cluster using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. The left panel of this graphic shows an optical image of the galaxy cluster called RBS 797 from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope. Hot gas that envelops the individual galaxies is invisible in optical light, but it is detected in X-rays by Chandra. One pair of cavities can be seen towards the left and right of center in the Chandra image as black oval-shaped regions. The other pair is less distinct, but can be found above and below the center of the image. And there's the image. There it is. There's your black holes of the multitudinalness, or whatever this is called. I'm just reading the chat there. Anyway, that's pretty wild, right? I think that's, neat. I like it. Scientists have seen these X-ray cavities before in other galaxy clusters. A pair of cavities is thought to be a byproduct of eruptions from a giant black hole in a large galaxy at the center of the cluster. The eruptions power jets in opposite directions, which push gas away to create a pair of cavities. However, to produce 4 cavities, each roughly pointing 90 degrees away from each other, a more complex phenomenon must be at play. The plot thickens, doesn't it? The plot always thickens. This is pretty wild. So, yeah, I don't know. A team of astronomers studying RBS 797 think the most likely answer is that the galactic cluster contains a pair of supermassive black holes, each of which has launched jets in perpendicular directions at almost the same time. Another possible explanation for the four cavities seen in RBS 797 is that there is only one supermassive black hole, with jets that somehow manage to flip around in direction quite quickly. Analysis of the Chandra data shows the age difference for the east-west and north-south cavities is less than 10 million years old. There it is. Yep. All right. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know. Thoughts on this or anything else? Or how come Microsoft Mike breaks every time I need him? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. And we're just hanging out, talking the news, doing our thing. There's a lot of interesting news stories if you pay close attention. If you do not, well, then you're talking about... I don't know, whatever the hell they want. You're talking about the elephant in the room. You're talking about the death toll basketball game footage on CNN and the rest of these crappy... Anyway, so whatever. And also, just of note, too, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is over, by the way. So I don't have any articles about that in particular today, but I did want to point out that it is one of those weird situations that it happened and it's over so quickly. And of course, right, it has implications of people in pedophilia in the largest, highest levels of power the world over. And, well, they're going to just throw the book at her. The jury is deliberating, which, I mean, they must have made a hell of a case if the jury had to take a break to have a Christmas for their holiday deliberations. I'd have been like, on Friday, I'd have been like, let's do this. Let's stamp the seal, throw her in jail. Merry Christmas, guys. Let's get the hell out of here. But that didn't happen. So they took a holiday break, the jury did, in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, and now they're still deliberating whether she is guilty or not. Interesting. Curious. Let's go to Tweaktown. Good stuff here. Let's look at this. Actually, before we do that, let's do this. Let's get a quick word from our sponsor, which is you.
Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up the two accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us.
Okay. Also of note, remember if you are subbed up to the Twitch channel with Amazon Prime, you do have to re-up it every month. It takes just a few seconds. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Let's go to Tweaktown. Tweaktown is this. Ubisoft says Quartz NFTs are an experiment to change with feedback. Okay, here we go. Ubisoft, which is a game developer, by the way, Ubisoft's toe dip into NFTs has seemingly further damaged an already tenuous relationship with gamers. First, there was microtransactions, then the sexual harassment scandals heated things up. Now, it's NFTs. The publisher is trying to establish a foothold in an emerging market in order to fulfill its promise to become a leader in blockchain gaming. These things aren't going so well PR-wise, and the new Quartz NFTs are seen as a money-hungry cash grab by gamers who already feel Ubisoft over-monetizes all of its core games. So where does Ubisoft go from here? They learn and keep trying, and at least that's what they're saying. The Ubisoft blockchain technical director, Didier Genevois, I guess that's how you would say it. What's up? Robert says, lousy prosecutors. That is absolutely correct. Quote, we have received a lot of feedback since the announcement, and we hear both the encouragement and the concerns. We understand that where the sentiment towards the technology comes from, and we need to keep taking it into consideration every step of the way. Genevois told the blockchain site Decrypt, this experiment is meant to understand how the value proposition of decentralization can be received and embraced by our players. We know it is a major change that will take time, but we will stay true to our three principles, which are probably do no evil, like Google's principle that they just cast aside. The second, it was, anyway, the Quartz NFTs aren't taking off like Ubisoft had hoped. but that was always to be expected. The idea behind Quartz is gamers would spend time to earn in-game NFTs, and that could then be sold separately on other markets for Tezos, T-E-Z-O-S, a cryptocurrency backed by the blockchain with the same name. Ubisoft would ideally earn a cut from every sale. It's kind of like eBay, only for game items. Not a lot of people are buying Ubisoft's NFTs. The first minted digital goods were one of Ubisoft's most unpopular games, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Anyway, blah, blah. You see where this is headed? People selling digital things that, well, is it vaporware? I guess in the end, it would all be vaporware, wouldn't it? I don't know. Yeah, which gone in a poof of smoke if they want it to be, right? Yeah, pretty wild. What are your thoughts? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org, and let's keep on trucking, shall we? Let us continue with this. TheVerge.com. The Verge. This ambitious smart ring hopes to one day monitor chronic illnesses. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. Nice. There it is. There's your ring. Remember those bracelets you're supposed to put on that were, I don't know, supposed to do some magical thing? Anyway, the Oura Ring, O-U-R-A, isn't the only smart ring on the block anymore. For CES 2022, which is some sort of consumer electronics, something. Anyway, health tech company Movano is announcing the Movano Ring, a wearable that aims to help people affordably monitor chronic illnesses and better understand their data. The Movano Ring will measure all the basic metrics, including heart rate variability, sleep, respiration, temperature, blood oxygen levels, steps, and calories burned. However, instead of a raw data dump, Movana says it'll distill how your metrics relate to each other to take a more proactive approach to mitigating the risks of chronic disease. For example, the Movano app might tell you how your exercise habits impact your sleeping patterns, or HRV, over time. That would be heart rate variability. This isn't surprising. More wearable makers are shifting away from steps and calories in favor of simplified scores and insights. And, well, there we are. There it is. Yeah. What do you guys think about this wearable tech to monitor your health, right? In a perfect world, it would be easy to say knowing this type of stuff constantly is a good thing, right? It seems like a good thing to me. But then, of course, in a world where people can hack everything and this data goes to the cloud, of course, because, well, why wouldn't they want to get your most intimate secrets and details regarding your health and everything else so they could sell you just the right thing? You know what I'm saying? Just the right big pharma thing. And, I don't know. If it wasn't for privacy concerns, I'd be all aboard this. And I think that, but unfortunately, the privacy concerns of a lot of really dirty technocratic elites are covered up quite often, let's say. And this could be one of those. So I don't know. I like it. I don't like it. I'm split. As always, right? There's never a easy answer to a lot of these things, which is why we talk about this. And why, by the way, it's called Troubled Minds. Because even though some things seem like they could be a good thing, well, they could also be a bad thing. And so at the same time, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that and all the rest of this? You tell me. 702-957-1037. troubleminds.org. Click the Discord link. What's up? I see the Night Stalker out there. Are we still doing the Matrix tonight? You still in? James, I don't see James out there, but I talked to him before Christmas. He said he was in as well. We're going to talk about the Matrix tonight. And if we don't get folks doing it, that's okay. We'll reschedule it. Anybody see the Matrix Resurrections over the weekend here? I did. And I'll save the banter about it for later tonight. But we have it scheduled tonight to talk about the Matrix Resurrections after the Troubled Mind show tonight. So, yep, you got it. The hardest working man in radio is on it, and we're going to be doing 3 shows today. This new show, Troubled Minds Radio, from 7 to 10, and then approximately 10:30 Pacific time, we will begin anew with a Zeitgeist discussion. I figure probably an hour and a half or so, somewhere in that range, and we're talking about some craziness. So I did do my homework. I did watch it, and we're doing spoilers. We're doing all the spoilers. So we're going to heavily we tell everybody in the beginning that there's going to be spoilers? So, yep. The answer is all the spoilers. So we're going to do all the things, but it's going to be a spoiler show. So if you don't want spoilers, then, well, watch the movie. Go watch the movie. Oh, yeah, no spoilers in the chat. Okay, no spoilers in the chat. No spoilers in the chat. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's happening tonight. So Derek says he's still in, so we'll have the Night Stalker in. James says he's in. If anybody wants to be part of that discussion, we've probably got a spot for one more person. So if you want to jump into that and talk about the Matrix Revolutions, see what I did there, Resurrections, and the rest of that tonight, and what some of the actual just larger zeitgeist conversations will spawn out of that movie. There was a lot in there, and we'll save it for tonight. I'm not going to comment at all, otherwise catch you there. All right, so let's continue, shall we? Let's go to let's close their pop-up first, but let's go to The Guardian, one of my favorite news sources, The Guardian. The Guardian. All right, so we got this. Aliens in bedroom. UFO sightings on the rise in Northern Ireland. Okay. Police received 8 unexplained sightings in 2021, including white lights and strange images on CCTV. From mysterious discs over Slemish Mountain in County Antrim to strange images spotted on CCTV, unexplained sightings increased in Northern Ireland again this year. We got a new hotspot. Police received 8 sightings in Northern Ireland during 2021, an increase from 6 such reports in 2020 and 4 in 2019. It's going nuts. We're going off the rails here. 4, 6, and 8 now. 3 concurrent years. Up to the moon. These included a report of a spaceship and flashing lights in the Downpatrick area on January 17th. In May, police received 2 sightings reports, one of white lights after a helicopter in the Magaberry area, and an odd disc seen in the sky in the Slemish area of County Antrim at the end of the month. In July, there was a report of strange images on CCTV in a house in the Newtown Abbey. Newtown Abbey, I don't know how to say it, it's all one word, area, and a dome-shaped object with 8 lights in the sky reported in the Saintfield area. In September, a report was received in the Lisburn area of aliens in bedroom, while in October, a detained patient reported having been abducted by aliens. The final report of the year was unusual bright lights in the sky in November. Well, there it is. There it is. It's happening. It's happening. Where's the Ron Paul? It's happening meme when you need it? Because we need it right now, because it's happening. Interesting that we got these. I'll save it for tonight on Troubled Minds. I already know what we're talking about, and it's going to be. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, so as we come down to the end here, I've got a few minutes for you. A couple quick shout-outs. If you're out there listening, I did get your CD. Thank you very much. Alien Nichan, I did get your card that got returned. It got sent. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Not necessary to send me money or checks or anything like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And there we go. Final news segment. There it is. And boom. Let's go to the Daily Mail. Yep. Check this out. People shun single-use plastic bags to save money, and not because they care about the environment, study claims. Curious. Yep. The research by Nottingham University Business Schools and the Lab Analytics Center of Excellence suggests the massive decline in plastic bag use in the UK may have little to do with shoppers worrying about the environment. The study drew over 1 million loyalty card transactions to explore the psychological and demographic predictors of a single-use bag purchase. Researchers found bags are most likely to be bought by younger shoppers who are often male and less frugal, but whose environmental concerns do not affect their decisions to buy or not. The findings emerged as plastic bag consumption builds to its annual peak during the festive period, despite all retailers in England being legally required to charge 10 pence, is that pence? 10p per bag? Pence and cents. Oh, it rhymes. It's so cute. Study co-author Dr. James Goulding, InLab's associate director, said, quote, "Until now, very little was known about the people who still regularly buy plastic bags." or those who don't. Previous research has tended to focus exclusively on consumers' personalities or motivations, not, crucially, on whether an individual's beliefs actually translate into action in the real world. Our approach recognizes that people today leave in their wake a substantial amount of data that can help do social good and shed significant light on how they really behave in practice. And there you go. There you go. Those dirty young men. It is all their fault. And now you know. Now you know. What's up? Robert says the wife uses them to bag cat litter deposits. Bailey says we've had to pay 25 cents per bag to get bags at checkout in San Francisco for over 10 years now. Exactly right. Exactly right. In California, they charge you for bags. You think anybody gives a damn? Nope. They're paying the 10 cents or 25 cents or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Let's see. Vicky, what's up? Night Stalker says I'm still in. Sweet. Appreciate that. Approximately 10:30. So we'll aim for that. Enough time to shut it down, reset, start the thing over, etc. So on. Let's see. Who else? What I missed in the chat? What's up, guys? I see everybody there. Thanks for hanging out with us. And more Troubled Minds on the way tonight. You guys know how this works. We're going to just keep on trucking. Yesterday I was exhausted. I was just like, I don't feel like I got so much to do and I don't feel like doing anything. It's like, fuck. But I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. We'll need a resounding, sort of encore applause situation or something. Because I'm thinking about just burying the rest of the week and just sleeping for 3 days. I don't know. You tell me. After tonight, 3 shows in one day, that's enough for a week, right? You guys tell me. If everybody if there's outrage, then, well, maybe I'll change my mind. But I got a bunch of stuff to do. And I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like... sometimes you got to recharge the batteries, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I don't know. I thought about canceling the entire week. If we didn't have that thing scheduled tonight, I might have canceled this entire week. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so we're going to do it tonight. Troubled Minds Radio tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific. And clearly there's some things to talk about regarding all kinds of stuff. Then we got another thing after that. We're going to talk about the Matrix Resurrections with Night Stalker James Salcedo, and maybe you. We got, like I said, we probably got enough room to toss one more person in there. I wasn't sure if Rohan was going to show or if he had committed or not, and that's cool. If he does, cool. If he does not, that's cool. If you're interested in popping in and having that discussion with us, let me know. It'll be 10:30 Pacific, and we'll just do it on Discord and stream it. Easy peasy, no problem. So that's what's up. That's Troubled Minds news for tonight, today, this afternoon. Happy Monday. Don't let Monday get you down. Remember, it's your job that sucks. It's not Monday. Monday is just another day of the week. And all right, so let's get the hell out of here. As we finish, let's smash the button and play the thing. And there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Robert says, hey, you need 3 days? Take them. We'll survive. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after tonight. After Monday is usually the easy. After Monday, it gets easier after that because it's, just one show, and then, it's kind of downhill after Monday. So it's okay. Today's the hardest day. And it's not hard. It's just time. I need time to do other things. That's all. I enjoy doing it. It's not about that at all. It's just tired and kind of running into the wall with some other things that I need to finish too. So anyway, that's what we're doing, and stay tuned for that tonight, definitely for sure. Troubled Minds Radio on the way, 7 p.m. Pacific, and of course then after that at 10:30 Pacific we will have a Zeitgeist discussion regarding Matrix Resurrections with Night Stalker James Salcedo and possibly more folks. It's up to you. Contact me if you want to be part of that, and just hit me up on Discord, troubledminds.org. Click the Discord link, and let's get the hell out of here. You guys have a fantastic Monday, and we will see you tonight, approximately 2 hours and 55 minutes from now. Troubled Minds Radio on the way. Have a great one, guys. You're the best. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all your time and energy. Thanks for spending it here with us. Thanks for being good to each other. We'll see you tonight. Michael Strange, out.